Alright guys, I am now back with another DS game. One that some would argue is not a sports game, but I did have this conversation with Tom, and he does consider sports games to be skateboarding games. So, I love the Tony Hawk series, and it's very influential for me. I have played so much of it. However, this is a version I did own when I was younger. I got this one from Tom when I was a kid. Oh man, I actually have to use the mouse here. So we'll go with LJC. Oh, we're gonna go with rookie. So I did have to adjust the top screen and the bottom screen, but it was not too difficult to do that. I will bring up the chat now so that I can see it. Alright, I don't know if you're still around, Adam, but this is the game that I chose to go with. Oh man, I gotta create my character completely with the emulator. Oh man. Look at that character selection. So this is the DS equivalent to Tony Hawk's American Wasteland, which is one that is I would say, if you were actually following everything order, this would be Tony Hawk number 7. So this is the DS equivalent to that. We're gonna go with the female skater, just for fun. Oh yeah. Gotta have red pants. Let's get these sunglasses in here. I want you gotta have blue hair. Blue hair for sure. Okay. I hope. Oh, this is gonna try to make me play through the story mode. So this is supposed to be my palate cleanser.
That was a sick run, kid. You tore this competition apart. Man, the way you ran, you should out to the West.
The sound sounds kind of distorted for me. There is licensed music in this game, so I don't think Tom will actually keep this one. So if you're watching it, this might be all that exists of it. So as I was saying, Tom got me this for my birthday or for Christmas or something when I was younger. I think it was probably in the bargain bin, because he got me like 3 different games at that time. The funny thing about this game is it has an 84 on Metacritic, as opposed to the game that it's supposed to be has a 74 on Metacritic. So it is 10 points higher than the actual version that it's meant to be. I don't even know what I'm supposed to be doing. I just want to free skate. Is there a way to end this so that I can just go free skate? Let's see if I can get to the main menu here. Okay, here we go. So we're going to play the classic mode like it's Tony Hawk Pro Skater. And we will play with Tony Hawk and not my created character, Lumberjack Cracks here. It's got a nice little sound bites from the skaters. Okay. They did not put Elisa Steamer in this game, which is the female skater that appears in all the early Tony Hawk games. We're going to stick with Tony Hawk. And let's go to... Oh, okay. I can't go to Warehouse. So we do have to start with Hollywood. So I will be going over the other Tony Hawk games in the series. Obviously, I'm going with this one because I already have the DS emulator set up right now. I didn't prepare anything ahead of time. Oh boy. Honestly, this game controls probably just as well as the original. So the top screen is the play screen in this one, and the bottom screen is the map screen. Like I said, with a lot of DS games, they really didn't know what to do with two screens. Oh, they're very lenient with that hitbox on actually collecting these letters. Okay, I collected Skate. And if you're not familiar with the Tony Hawk series, they just put some goals out on the maps, and within 2 minutes you're supposed to get as many goals as possible. However, usually how it's done is you just... God, come on. You just, There we go. I gotta get this combo going. Oh, I didn't manual. Oh, I still got it? Oh no, that was a different goal. I got the pro score goal. I'm a pro. There's some freak out meter that I don't know how to interact with. The funny thing is, this game does not look better than the original game. The original game looks way better than this one. Probably by, you know, a few polygons or so. I don't think anybody is going to come over and watch this stream. But I'm going to keep playing anyway because I enjoy it. Okay, I got the horribly low pro score. Oh man, they're making me interact with the touchscreen again. And we need to retry the level because I did not unlock the next level. So my brain has adjusted to the switch buttons, which this game is set up for what I would consider the buttons to be for PlayStation. So my inputs are off on everything now. It has a 4-button control scheme. What's up, DJ Hollister? Yeah, I did enjoy this game. I know I completed this one. But on the DS, and over 10 years ago. And I am currently playing this on an emulator with the Super Nintendo controller, and this might be a bad way to play the game. Because it seems like I'm ollieing way more than I want to. So I'm just going to try to get some high scores and try to get some goals going. So how old were you when you played this one? So this game came out in 2005. I know I did not get it right away, because I bought American Wasteland immediately. I was completely locked into buying the Tony Hawk Underground games and Wasteland. And I even bought Project 8 when it came out. So you were 14. I probably would have been about 16 when that came out. Well, 2005, no, that's wrong. In 2005, I was... I don't even know. I was 12, maybe? I was 12 in 2005, so I probably played this a couple of years later because my brother got it in the bargain bin. So I would say I probably played this one when I was like 15. I really am not loving having to use the mouse all the time. Yeah, but DJ Hollister, if you like this video, I am going to do the ones that I actually like a lot more and more in depth later on. This one I'm just playing for fun. So I just came off of playing a really bad basketball game for the DS. And I thought I would do a palate cleanser, and honestly this game controls really well for what it is. Alright, I hit combo. Well, they're really lenient with what direction you're actually facing. You had all the Tony Hawk games on Game Boy. Those ones I missed. Those ones have that, like, isometric perspective that I always was interested in playing them, but I never bought one of them. The thing is, I never really left the house that much, so when I had the full version of Tony Hawk just sitting there for me, there never was a reason to play Tony Hawk on the go for me. And plus, I have an issue where if I play something in the car, I get car sick. Oh yeah, so you just watched that terrible backyard basketball video? Yeah, that game is rough, and it's really disappointing because I actually really enjoyed the Backyard series. It might not hold up for me the way that I think it would, because I was a kid when I played it, and they present sports in a very easy way, where they're palatable and easy to control. The one thing that I always felt weird about with PC games was you never controlled your players with the directional buttons like you did on console. You played with gotta try to get the score. Hold on. Alright, got it. The skill is kind of transferring over to this. I also had Tony Hawk on the PlayStation 2 and PS1 and 64. Yeah, I would say a lot of people from our age range played this game and then developed, or the series, and developed an interest in skateboarding that they wouldn't have otherwise developed. And these games actually influenced the type of music that I listened to at the time. I don't really listen to the pop punk music as much anymore, but it definitely, I felt like it created a huge influence on that. And there were some smaller bands that got notoriety out of just playing that stuff. Alright, we unlocked the next level. I wish they made backyard games better on the DS, but I love them on the computer. Yeah, I only ever bought, outside of the computer ones, I only ever bought the 2002 Backyard Football. And I did play on the GameCube, and I did play it quite a bit, but it did feel lacking in comparison to those games. And it was disappointing. However, it was still fine. It was good enough, but the DS ones just, man, they're way oversimplified for the sport. And from what I was discovering with that basketball, it was just, there was no correlation to my timing on the shot to if a shot would actually go in. I could maybe see it being okay if I were a kid. Did I accidentally go to a different area? Looks like I did. I also suck at skateboarding in real life. That was not a skill that transferred from actually playing the game. Am I in the first map again, or is this... I wasn't paying attention. Oh yeah, this is the first map again. Well, I guess you can't go in through the doors that are supposed to connect the areas, so you feel like it's a full world, but that was a huge gimmick. They were basically long hallways that were loading areas in disguise. That was the big gimmick of American Wasteland, is that the whole world was interconnected except like the classic maps, but man, what a disappointment that was. They didn't really actually do that until Proving Ground. Project 8, I know on Xbox was a little bit better than that, but I bought it on the PlayStation 2 because I didn't have an Xbox 360 when that came out. I wonder if the compression on these songs are good enough for them to get flagged by copyright. I'm gonna bail. Touch bars to freak out. Oh, I'm not, definitely not doing that. I thought it was a button tapping thing. Looks like I lost Adam. Adam's not talking anymore. Maybe he's not into skateboarding. Oh, I went out of bounds. When I skateboard, I have 2 feet in front of the board. Not supposed to have it where 1 foot in front and 1 foot's in the back. Yeah, I actually skate opposite of what my handedness is supposed to be. So I skate with the goofy stance, but I am not good whatsoever. So it shouldn't even be relevant to conversation. But yeah, that sounds like a horrible stance to actually try to skate in. It's kind of like if you're a kid and you just you want someone to push you, you just like sit directly on the skateboard. You might as well do that. It's like basically the same thing. I gotta get 300,000 to get the 6 score. One of the things that was great about the Tony Hawk games was the soundtrack, like I was mentioning earlier. And also the thing that like adds to that is wow, I busted out the sick combo early. I almost got the 6 score. Oh, I already got it. And this is coming back to me. But anyway, I was talking about music. DJ Hollister says, I hope not. I don't remember what that was in reference to. My bad. It's hard for my brain to jump from thing to thing and remember exactly what I'm doing. I need to stop just trying to score points because I already got that. No, no, no! One of the lines ends directly into the other map. That is bogus. Message retracted. Message retracted. Right on. Oh, I can level out. I hope the music is gonna get copyrighted. Yeah, I mean, honestly, I wouldn't mind that. Wow, I unlocked 2 levels with that one. Alright, we're going into downtown LA. I need to remember what I was talking about with the music. We'll see if I remember. We gotta get 500,000 this time. I meant the music. I hope it doesn't get copyrighted. I honestly don't know. The channel isn't currently monetized because we do not hit the subscriber count of 1,000. We were monetized in the past because we did hit the 400 or 4,000 viewing minutes requirement. But unfortunately, YouTube decided to change that to a subscriber count, and it doesn't seem like we're gaining subscribers slowly, but we need to hit 1,000. So, I mean, if any of you really like the channel and like what's going on, you should just promote it out to people so that we can hit that again. And I know Tom's got some big ideas to do with that subscriber money. He just wants to put everything back into the channel and make everything better. I think he would like to run a nice tournament using that and invite everybody into it that would want to be in it. Oh yeah, so I remember what I was saying about the music. So the one thing that's really great about this game is the music, and it's a lot like with with Crazy Taxi, where when you play it, you expect to hear The Offspring and Bad Religion, and if you don't get that, you just don't feel like you're playing the game. Okay, I hit the 6 score. I don't think I hit the sick combo. I did unlock the next level, though. DJ Hollister says, I've been telling my friends about you guys, and we really appreciate that. Anytime, you know, you let anybody that's interested in sports or something like that to the channel, it's great, because honestly, it's one of those groups of people that you would think would have more people trying to go to it and flock towards it, but it is a niche community of people that like retro sports games or things in that vein, and it doesn't necessarily correlate into everybody that just likes sports. And as far as gamers go, usually they look down on sports games, which is unfortunate. And it's very evident when you see bargain bins full of sports games and they're like $1, but yet all the other games have skyrocketed in price. Anyway, that's my little rant about that. But yeah, so playing this game without like licensed music would be playing Crazy Taxi without hearing The Offspring or Bad Religion. Like the re-release that they had on Xbox 360 was really disappointing to me because it didn't have that music, and it just didn't feel like I was playing Crazy Taxi. I mean, even the sequel of Crazy Taxi 2. Oh wow, what a weird name. That that had Offspring music in it. It kept the same feel going. I'm not actually trying to get combo, it's just in the most convenient spot for me to try to do tricks. I might try to get it now. Man, this game does convert really well. Don't really feel any, like, input lag. I'm using a Super Nintendo controller. I'm just, like, imagining if this game existed on a Super Nintendo, how ridiculous that would be. The DS and the GBA is a 16-bit system, like, plus, but the DS kind of just feels like an extension of that, with, like, rudimentary 3D graphics. So in my brain, it's conceivable to see this as a a Super Nintendo game where they didn't get the full chance to improve on the hardware. I might be able to unlock all the classic levels playing right now. I think that's going to be what my goal is. I mean, DJ Hollister says, people don't know what they are missing out on when they don't play sports games. And honestly, I think that's really true. And sports games are like the purest competition between two people, especially, in my opinion, a well-made arcade sports game. Because you build up an excitement that you don't usually get with a simulation sports game. Because with simulation, the games are usually not weighed to be equal. If the more skilled player plays, they're gonna definitely beat the opponent. But with Rubber Band AI in arcade sports games, you don't usually get that. So you get these really close games with people that might not necessarily be the best, but the characters still control really well. Everything feels nice. So it pays off. And it's some of the best competitive gameplay you can get in a video game. Alright, I only have 2 levels to unlock after this one. It's definitely going to be doable for me to go all the way through Classic mode. I think that will be my goal for the future Tony Hawk games that I'm going to play. If I set up my specials, I'd be even better. I might do that after this, so that I know that I'm actually doing it. I don't know what the input is for the 900. But the cool thing about, like, games like arcade sports games is it usually does transcend what people's interests are as far as like sports go, because I know a lot of people that are just into like RPGs and whatnot that still will love a game like NBA Jam or NBA Blitz, NFL Blitz, because the gameplay is just so fun that it doesn't really matter if you play those type of games or not. And the muscle memory is coming out really hard while I'm playing this. And this isn't even the most like refined for this type of gameplay. I am so impressed with myself. That doesn't happen very often. DJ Hollister says, I guess the NBA Jam is still the best arcade basketball game. For me, the best arcade basketball game is the last basketball game that Midway made for the arcade, which is NBA Showtime, which came out on the Dreamcast, which is a arcade perfect port of the okay, let's see if I did unlock Alcatraz. So this is one of the levels that is in, this is the only level that is in American Skateland and is not in American Wasteland, Alcatraz, which comes from Tony Hawk Pro Skater 4, which is probably my favorite level from that game. I have run out of my cider that I'm drinking, so I'm going to take a moment to open up a new one. Pardon the silence. Alright, we cracked open a new one. We got a fresh boy going. And let's hit up Alcatraz. Oh, I said I was going to change my specials, but guess it's not happening. So this is a night version of Alcatraz, and in Tony Hawk Pro Skater 4, it is not nighttime. I don't know if that matters to anybody except me. It does matter for this frame rate. Jeez, that was a big dip. So the one thing I will say about this, after playing the real versions of these games, is the bars for balance go a lot slower, which is understandable. Man, the soundtrack is really deep for this DS game. N64 Showtime was okay. Have you ever played NHL Rock the Rink for PlayStation 1? That was a fun arcade hockey game, as well as Wayne Gretzky 3D hockey. So, if I'm remembering correctly, I have only played... If I am thinking of the correct game, the Rock the Rink is a 2D... No, that's Hit the Ice. Oh, Rock the Rink. That one is 3D, I think. I haven't played... I know Tom has played that one. I haven't played Rock the Rink ever. I don't know if Tom has that. That should be one that we should play in the future, though. Oh, man, I'm almost hitting 1,000,000 points. Okay, I gotta get 450,000 on Pro Score. Or combo, and 600,000 on sick combo. Yeah, Wayne Gretzky 3D hockey was definitely in my opinion, the best hockey arcade. No, you know what? I like NHL Hits better. There's just a presentation that I feel is better. But Wayne Gretzky 3D hockey definitely is fighting for that first position. I do want to explore Rock the Rink. Yeah, Showtime on the 64 though. It's definitely not arcade perfect like the Dreamcast version of the game. And honestly, a lot of the games that are on Dreamcast are arcade perfect for the time. It was, I think that was when arcade games in the console hardware caught up, and that's when they were equal to each other. And then I know Nintendo, Sega, and Namco made the Triforce board, which was built off of the GameCube hardware. That it was basically arcade games that were slightly better than GameCube games, and that's like what Mario Kart arcade, the original one's made off of, and the F-Zero arcade game is made off of. And there's a couple other ones, and they're escaping my mind right now, but let's look at the progress here. Nah, I don't. That's not what I was actually looking for. Whatever. We're going to continue going. Let's try to get that 450,000. Yeah, 450,000 combo. Let's do that. Thank you, DJ Hollister. I appreciate the compliment. You also rock. I mean, anybody that is willing to watch me play these games, I appreciate every moment that you spend doing that. I have a really good time doing it, and it honestly gives me more of a purpose to play these games if someone's watching it. I like creating content for people, and I also enjoy watching content for people. I personally like to follow the Retronauts guys, if you're familiar with them. And so Jeremy Parrish, the main Retronauts guy, he does some very good historical stuff with Game Boy. And an extension of those people is the Laser Time community. I spent a lot of time listening to their podcasts and watching them stream different things. I enjoy content that actually feels like somebody talking and having an opinion about something and not trying to sound like the radio or sound like TV. You know, we just come out and do our like pure thing, talk about the things we know, share. It's like having a conversation. And frankly, I do enjoy having another person with me. That's why I usually would do things with my brother, but I'm trying to branch out and do this solo thing just so that we can get more content up. And if you guys continue to enjoy this, I could possibly do this every night if you actually want to see it. So I really, even when I work, you know, I could come and do this. I have fun doing this, especially playing a game like this where I don't even have to pay attention, but yet I'm still performing well. I might not be performing for what I actually said because I just started rambling for the whole session, but let's see. Oh, no. I didn't keep the combo going, so I didn't make it happen. Okay. I appreciate that. I feel like my brother is funnier than I am. Maybe when I drink I might be funnier than him. I don't know. My brother, yeah, I think my brother's a funny guy, so. Oh, awesome. I'm glad you keep up with them as well. That is one of the glaring omissions, though, that, like, Retronauts doesn't explore, is sports games. I mean, Jeremy Parrish has been doing sports games whenever they come up in the YouTube videos because he has to talk about them, but he doesn't like the sports games and doesn't really get sports as much. And I think that's where we should try to, give our opinions as people that like sports games and what we think is a good video game. Hopefully somewhere down the line we can supply that opinion. I'm trying to focus for a second so I can make this combo good, but it's not gonna happen. I need 450,000. Oh crap. I might have been close there. This level might not have a good line to keep combo going, and I mean, it has it because that's the requirement. It's not impossible. And drop the combo there. Okay, here we go. Started the 450,000 combo right here. Oh man, we are getting some extreme frame drops here. Going real slow. Ah, damn it. Freak out bars. I'm actually really enjoying this game, and for what it was at the time, this is definitely a very good mobile conversion of the Tony Hawk games. I remember playing through this entire game and enjoying it. Even the story mode with all the cutscenes and the weird, like, comic iteration of You said I agree, and I'm assuming you're talking about the glaring omission of the lack of sports games that they talk about. And honestly, that's all games journalists. They don't seem to actually care about sports games. And it makes sense because, most of the nerdy people are the ones... I say, like, sports gamers aren't nerdy. I would consider myself a nerdy person despite not liking labels. But that's how you tell other people. But I like dirt. What a song. Yeah, a lot of the people that like RPGs and whatnot did not tend to go into that action-oriented sports thing. They were probably like pushed out by jockey people to not like sports and didn't really care for the games and didn't understand why people were playing them. And that's totally understandable. I mean, that's why I never really, okay, I'm gonna see how many I need until, I unlock Warehouse.
Hey, listen to this.
You're rolling at West Coast?
I need to complete 2 goals to unlock Warehouse right now. And then I will complete my ultimate goal that I was talking about. I need to pee. I don't even know how long this one's been going. I've really enjoyed doing this. But I did end up on a game that was one of my favorite games. Game series is when I was growing up. I honestly could not tell you how much time I spent playing Tony Hawk Underground online. And Tony Hawk Underground 2. And even in American Wasteland. That's when it started dying off a little bit, but that I still kept playing. AJ Hollister says that Tony Hawk donated money to build a skate park in your town. That is pretty awesome. Did you, did he have a, the hell? I ended up doing a McTwist. Did you, end up going to, like, the ribbon cutting of that, event? And Tony Hawk was there? Or, did he not show up? I mean, I could see a person of that fame level not showing up to it, but that is awesome that he helped build a skate park in your town. I mean, everything I know about Tony Hawk, he seems like a actually genuinely nice guy. So the most, to jump into a completely different tangent, the most modern version of this game is Tony Hawk Pro Skater 5. I have not played it, and from what I know about Tony Hawk Pro Skater 5 is it seems like a rush job that Robomoto was the developer, I believe, and they were told to make this game as quickly as possible because our license with Tony Hawk is going to expire. So essentially what it seems like what they did is they brought down the Tony Hawk name by making an incomplete and super buggy game. And for some reason, the game still goes for like $20 when it goes on sale. And I think it's just because Activision can afford to charge whatever they want for any game they want, because they just have so much money, and they are the devil of the video game industry. And it feels very unfortunate that Activision is the one handling it, because I want more Tony Hawk in my life. I want to play this experience and have a quality game, and it honestly just has to be as good as Tony Hawk Pro Skater 3. It has to be as good. It can even be as good as Tony Hawk HD that came out on the 360, because I was satisfied with that game. It was a little bit buggy, but it scratched the itch that I wanted to scratch. But unfortunately, it seems like Activision is tending to lean towards making games that have this ability to captivate a large audience that they can make a lot of money off of. If I weren't drunk, I'd be able to take on these goals a little bit more efficiently. You heard it from me first, kids. Don't abuse alcohol. Yes, he cut the ribbon. It was someone in the school who wrote him a letter asking if he can help build a skate park. That is awesome. You don't have to disclose this information, but I'm curious, where in the world were you, when he... Sorry. Where in the world do you live? I'm not going to assume that you're in the United States, but I'm going to assume that you're in the United States until you tell me otherwise. Whoa, pro combo score just hit on right there. I just got the last two ones. DJ Hollister says, he and I got to shake hands. And that is beautiful. I really wish I could have done that in my life. Hopefully one day I can meet Tony Hawk. Unfortunately, the thing that I would care about mostly is the games, and I feel like that would be like a little bit upsetting to him. That I wasn't like, oh yeah, you know what, I think you're an awesome skater, you know, you did crazy things like do the 900. Also, I care about the games way more than that. The only reason I know about it is because of your games. But, I mean, who would say that? That sounds horrible. Nobody would say that. Anyway, I just unlocked the last level of this game. And the last level of this game is actually the first level of the first game, Warehouse. And if Goldfinger doesn't play here, I am going to sue. And it's also not the actual warehouse level? What the hell is this crap? Okay, I think what this is the skate park that you build throughout the game. So it's basically a glorified created level. I'm actually really disappointed that it ended with this and not the first level from the first game. Maybe one of these rooms is the original level. Because I know in Tony Hawk Underground 2, they had the original level and then an additional area. No, not Alcatraz! I was just there. I know we saw a lot of Alcatraz. I really gotta pee. So this might be the second to last run. I might run it one more time. Oh crap! And I went into Alcatraz. Oh, and so in Ohio. So he built a skate park all the way out in Ohio, even though he's from California. And came there and actually cut the ribbon. That is awesome. Yeah, I mean, that just supports the theory that I think that Tony Hawk is a great guy. So, I'm glad to hear that. I just realized I still have the matchup there, where it says Matt versus the CPU. I mean, I should just change CPU to alcohol. Matt versus alcohol. The everyday. I've only been to Ohio a couple times, and both times I went to Ohio, I went for a Pokemon trading card nationals at crap, I don't want to get the name of the convention wrong, but I think it's Origins is the name of the convention. It's a board gaming convention that happens in Columbus, and I did not do super well each time I went there. I missed out on the top cut both times I played in that tournament. And I think the last major tournament when I was playing Pokemon cards was there in Columbus. I decided that I was done playing seriously. So, some hard emotion comes with Ohio for me. But, yeah, I'm not going to talk about my Pokemon career right now, but I do want to get back into that. I just, need more support. I just need somebody to go with me, mostly. But anyway, DJ Hollister, I'm really glad you stuck around. Sat through, like, me playing through this entire game. I think that's going to do it for me for this one. I almost want to say I want to play another one. I can't say for sure that I'm going to show up after this. But I really need to pee. So, you know what? I'm going to go pee. And I'm going to let you sit here for a moment. Oh boy. Okay. I am back. And with that question, I'm going to jump into a free skate real quick. I'm going to play as Bam Margera and then I will answer your question. We saw a lot of Alcatraz. Let's I think Downtown's probably my next favorite.
Hey, listen to this. Hey, listen to this.
Damn it, I keep hitting the wrong button. Oh, I can't play these. The hell? I guess I can only play them with Tony Hawk? Is that how it works? Yeah, I can only play them. At Nationals, I did not win. I did go to Worlds in 2006 for Pokemon, and I did not win. But in 2007, I was the Michigan State Champion. I am not from Michigan, I'm from Chicago, but that's how the tournaments worked. As long as you went there, you could compete in the state tournament. What do I think about Bam Margera? Bam Margera is kind of an enigma to me. I don't really understand why he got famous, but he is closely related to the success of Jackass, and that's really where he built off of. From CKY is where Jackass originated from, and I know his brother was the one that was in the CKY band, and then Bam Margera had that weird television show, Viva La Bam. It was easily accessible to me. Might have lost the stream for a second there, but let's hope it's back. Yeah, I watched CKY because it was an early internet thing. So I saw all that stuff. And I've mostly just seen the Jackass videos, or movies, and a couple episodes here and there just because I didn't have cable. And I think that's one of my downfalls in my childhood. Is just didn't have access to great content like that. Jackass might have shown up on MTV2, which does show up on regular television, because I did get to watch a lot of Beavis and Butthead through MTV2 on regular TV. but they didn't have MTV proper on there. I know, like, after midnight, and there was like a MTV2 thing where it would always show music videos during the day, but after midnight you would get to watch like Beavis and Butthead, Celebrity Deathmatch, stuff like that. All in good fun. I know I saw some anime on there too. And I remember not knowing what anime was when I saw one of the anime videos, and it was just mind-blowing to me. I thought it was a great story. It stuck with me for years. I googled it later. I'm like, oh wow, I actually figured out what this was, and I can't pronounce the name right now and fully remember what it is, and don't feel comfortable saying what it is because of that. I know it starts with an R with the first word, and a G with the second word. If you know enough about anime, you'll figure it out from that. Anyway. I'm trying to decide right now if I feel like doing another one. And frankly, I think anything after playing a Tony Hawk game is just gonna disappoint me. So it might be good to stop here. I know there's another Tony Hawk game on the DS. It's Tony Hawk Proving Ground, which was an Xbox 360 game and still coming out with the DS version. I looked at the score on Metacritic for that, and it's lower than this one. I assume it uses the same engine and just uses maps from that game. So that one might be worth checking out on another night when I do this late and just trying to decompress. I think there's a possibility I'll do another one of these over the next 3 days, but I don't know for sure. It depends on how tired I am at work. If I hear a demand, if I hear some praise from my brother, I'm sure he'll check this stuff out tomorrow, see if it's worth it. I hope you guys thought it was worth it, though. I've had a good time, and I might be signing off here. Yeah, Bam Margera, I was never a huge fan of him either. He kind of seemed like a douchebag, like a rich guy that didn't really deserve the fame that he got. But, yeah, I mean, most of my know-how from him is just from the Tony Hawk games and then the CKY videos and whatnot. I don't have a huge amount of hate for him. I did have someone in high school that reminded me of him, and it wasn't the nicest to that person because they reminded me of Bam Margera. That's not a fault of him, but he was also kind of a douche. I think he's better now. We all grow up when we get older. I'm just gonna keep this combo going. I think I'm killing it. I'm raising my stats, I know that. Alright, that was almost 600,000. Did you know that MTV is a sister channel of Nickelodeon? I didn't actually know that. That doesn't surprise me, though. I mean, they kind of feel cut from a similar cloth. And, I mean, like, Disney owns everything now. It doesn't surprise me in the least that you had two different broadcast stations, that one was targeting teenagers and one of them was targeting children. And I think they did a very good job of that. In modern times, it seems like cartoon channels are now targeting all ages, and mostly our age range, where it seems like even the kiddie shows seem to have adult humor in them and are meant for anybody to watch. and we kind of just don't care what children are watching anymore. But anyway, I do really appreciate you watching. I think I'm going to sign off here. The weirdest thing I've ever seen on MTV was SpongeBob was on it one time. That doesn't surprise me, to be honest. I mean, SpongeBob is still an ongoing show, and I remember when it first came out, because I didn't have cable, I was kind of spiteful about the fact that it existed. So when people would talk about SpongeBob, I was kind of like, nah, it sucks, I don't like it. And it was only because I couldn't watch it. But the fact that SpongeBob is still ongoing, it seems like there is still a community that is out there to watch it, and it's obviously targeted for children, but there's probably, it's targeted towards people of our age, and if they're running reruns of SpongeBob now, I mean, that's exactly what they want to bring in. It seems like what MTV is mostly turned into is a station for playing reality shows, because obviously reality shows are a lot cheaper to produce, and it's really easy to get stupid people to watch reality shows because it's just mind-numbing crap. And don't we all just love mind-numbing crap? After saying that, you had to take a big gulp. But anyway, I am going to go to the skate shop. Let's see what the skate shop is before I leave. Oh, I remember this. You could draw on and make your own skateboard. You could draw it. Pretty fun. Pretty cool. You could also make your own graffiti. Trying to get that Jet Set Radio Future feel into this game. There's the edit specials. Change outfit. Can we dress up Tony Hawk in different things? I want to dress up Tony Hawk. What the hell? I want to, before I, kid mode, what the hell? Controls are modifying. Oh, man. Am I just not that good? Did they make this game easier for me? Wait. Whoa. Legacy camera turns on the isometric view. Let's check that out before I stop playing.
Hey, listen to this.
Let's go to Alcatraz. Let's look at that in the isometric view. DJ Hollister says, nice combo. I appreciate that, man. I am actually really good at, oh god, this isometric view is killing me. This is something I think you can only get in the, DS version of this game. Or if it existed in the other ones, I didn't try it, because, man, this is disorienting. What's up, Troy? I'm glad to see you awake right now. I'm sorry, rather. It's just me, Matt, playing some, Tony Hawk. I was literally about to sign off. But I got a couple of hours content if you wanna see that. Oh yeah, the baby will do that. I did if you want to check it out, earlier today I played a Tecmo Bowl kickoff. That might be more interesting than watching me play Tony Hawk in a bad perspective. I need to change this now. It's awful. I'm gonna keep playing. Yeah, but babies will do that for sure. I am sorry you're awake. I appreciate you for stopping in, though. I would definitely check out that Tecmo Bowl kickoff video. I would, and if you have any thoughts on Tecmo Bowl kickoff, that would be cool if you left a comment on that video. I don't know if you played any of that, but it was a good game, and I don't know if it was overlooked in the Tecmo community. I kind of want to ask everybody in the Tecmo community if they did like that game or not. But, you know, I'm not a super social person, and I don't end up asking people questions. This is where I feel the most comfortable, behind the camera. Oh, there's cheats too, eh? Okay. I'm not going to bed, but I think I'm going to sign off for tonight. It's been... Wait, I need to... DJ Hollisher says, what I heard, SpongeBob was originally supposed to be on MTV. That makes sense. I could see that there's some crossover humor there. No, the one from... Troy asks, is that the one from 360 or PS3? The Tecmo Bowl Throwback is the one from the 360 PS3 era. That one came out in 2010. Tecmo Bowl Kickoff came out in 2008 for the Nintendo DS. And that is why I'm playing Tony Hawk on a DS, because I had a overlay set up for DS games. I just wanted to play something for fun. But I think this is probably like the 5th or 6th time I was going to sign off. But that's what happens when you're drinking. But this one's for sure. Oh, you've never... You should... It is worth trying it on an emulator, at least, if you have a controller that you can hook up to your computer. It played really well. I was using a Super Nintendo controller to play it, and it felt great. But anyway, I am going to sign off for tonight. I could possibly be back tomorrow. If I see positive response, I might do one tomorrow for sure. But anyway, it's great that you guys were here for Late Night with Lumberjack Cracks. This will be a thing that's going to happen more frequently. It's really easy for me to do. And I want to get more content out for you guys. And I hope you guys enjoyed listening to my drunken babble. I hope you have a wonderful morning, evening. Technically for me it's the evening, because I don't usually go to bed until 6 in the morning anyway. I'm just winding down with my day. But this has been fun. We could definitely do some Tecmo Super Bowl online, and I could stream it on here. I really don't see a reason why we can't do it. We could definitely do a stream over Discord too if you wanted to, where we could both talk to each other. That would be fun. But I mean, anything can happen. I am very loose with the idea of what this is. I just want to keep it loosely skateboarding, sports related. I honestly just want to play Tony Hawk games, and that's it. But but anyway, yeah, Troy, that would be awesome. But I am gonna end this one here. I decided to go to the credit screen for some reason, because I bet none of these people have gotten any credit in a while. Why not over here? We could play NHL 94 online if you play with a controller upside down, or you use the keyboard, and then I can use an actual controller. I think that would be fair. At least with Tecmo I have a little bit more of a chance. But man, at that tournament, you just rocked me. Just completely rocked me. But thank you for tuning in to Lumberjacks. Late Night with Lumberjack Cracks. I am signing off. This is the longest video out of all these. Probably because I like this game the most. See you later, guys.